Production.
What's good, Bitfarms squad? What's happening over here, man? Finally got a decent bounce off of this low here, right? We got so far 14 to 20% bounce. Again, you look at the stock from a weekly time frame to get a bit bigger picture. This zone, right, is a major zone. We got support, we broke down resistance, resistance, resistance. We're spending some time trying to develop a base here. It's potential that it's got a decent area to count as like a potential low, right? Is this the bottom? Potentially. It looks like it might need a few more days, maybe weeks to develop, but it's so far looking good. I'm going to pull up the Bollinger Bands for you here. So I think something that's major that we need to pay attention to is that when we look at Bitfarms, it's been under the middle. It's in between the middle and the lower Bollinger Band. And what we want to see here is it get above the middle Bollinger Band. And if it can get above and hold it, I think that's the best case scenario where we're going to see, Bitfarms start to like outperform and do really well. Right? So that's huge. We want to see the middle Bollinger Band, or you could look at it from like the 21 EMA, right? Same thing. Pretty similar. This 21 EMA on the daily time frame, we need to get above it and hold it so that it's proving to us that, this trend is shifting towards the upside, right? So when we pull this up here, we go to the weekly time frame, we got the 8 and we got the 21, and we're starting to close under both for quite some time, right? So we want this to curl to the upside. We don't want to spend too much time under the 21, or else it's just, you want to, in my opinion, if you're holding stocks that are trending, you want to hold them while they're above the 8 and the 21 and they don't have too many closes below the 2, but on the weekly time frame. But overall, I think there's a good outlook here for Bitfarms. All the videos I've made in the past still stand, in my opinion, until we get some major rejections or some major tell signs that this is no longer uptrending stock. Again, greater perspective here. The stock's been uptrending for quite some time, right? So I wouldn't really be too worried. You could also potentially look at Bitfarms from a lower trend line perspective from the lows here and watch it like that. Maybe Bitfarms is trying to, play this type of price action where every time we come towards, this trend line here, we get that bounce to the upside. That is possible. And now that I'm looking at that there as well, I don't really look at it from that perspective often, but we also have this upper trend line that's been acting as some sort of resistance. So you could look at it like this, right? Say this is the channel, the area to be buying is around this zone, so we could potentially get that move to the upside. And if that were to happen, something like this, that could bring us towards, that upper echelon of the $8 range. And that would look pretty darn good, wouldn't it, right? So that'd be a pretty decent move to the upside. From here, that would be a few 100% move to the upside. Is it going to happen? We don't know. It's a potential play. It's just a perspective to look at Bitfarms. But I do like the look of it. Buying at this level for both shorter term and maybe potentially longer term positional trades. I think it is very, it's huge to see how we develop in this range. It'll be very telling. If we start to create a lot of bullish patterns in this range, it'll make it so much easier for us to long this with confidence, especially going after the Bitcoin halving, which is tomorrow. All right, guys, that's the breakdown on Bitfarms. Peace. Oh, you know what? Before I go, people have been asking me so much about price. Like, what's your price prediction? If everything goes well in terms of like, all right, entire crypto market cap is rising. Bitcoin market cap is hitting close to 2 trillion. Uh what else do we got? What are some bullish catalysts as well? If you see like everything else in the crypto space go up and everything's uptrending, Bitcoin's close to around, let's call it 100K. It's potential we could see Bitfarms floating around $5 to $7, right? That's potentially this year, in my opinion. But then again, guys, like I know I post this stuff because I like charting and shit, but like it's my opinion doesn't mean much, and my price action like predictions they could be wrong, right? Like I'm just trying to gauge off of what the trend is showing us. So if the trend continues, yeah, it's possible we can get that $7 to $8 move to the upside. But don't be like, I hope you guys aren't watching my videos thinking, oh, this is financial advice or this shit's gonna happen, because anything could happen. I don't know. So again, that's the breakdown, guys. Peace.